Hello friends, my name is Vijay, and in previous video we have learned about these three type selectors: element, ID and class type. In this video we will learn about the two type of selectors. First is universal selectors and second is attribute selectors. First we will see the universal selector, what they are. Universal selectors where you can select the all HTML elements with single selector. Universal selector represent by the star notation. As we have seen, the ID selector with the hash keyword and the class selector with the dot keyword. Same as we use the star to select all HTML elements. So let's see. But before, just remove this code from the here, and first we will see our this HTML code into the browser before apply the changes. Now there is no CSS applied on these HTML elements. Now go to our CSS. So for the universal selector, just you have to give the star keyword, and we don't give any name with this star because we have to select all HTML elements, and we can give some CSS rules here like color. We can give here it's green, font size suppose 16 pixel. So let's see into the browser. Here you can see the CSS has been applied on the all HTML elements with the single selector. So let's check into the developer tool. Here you can see the star selector with two property, color and font size. So friends, here the question comes, why we required this universal selector, and what will be the condition when we will select all HTML and we will apply the same CSS on all HTML elements. So one thing you must know about the browser, where every browser like Chrome, Firefox, Opera, Safari, Edge, every browser has its default CSS rule set which applied on the HTML elements by default. So where you can check these default styling from the browser. Just select any element. You can see we have just given this CSS rule in our CSS file, but in the below you can see some more CSS properties already coming here. And here you can see user agent style sheet. This means this CSS applying by this browser for the H2 element. Same as for the other elements, when you will select the other elements like P paragraph, here you can see the default CSS by the browser. Same as on other elements. Even you will see on the body element, here it's coming the margin 8 pixel. When you will select the body element here, then you can see here some orange border. This orange border is showing the margin 8 pixel. So it's removing the space 8 pixel around this body element. if you want to remove this default CSS for all the elements, then in that case universal selector is very useful, where you can reset all default CSS of the browser. So this is the main purpose of the universal selector. When you reset all CSS of the browser for all HTML elements, like I will reset the margin 0, same as padding 0 for all the elements. Now let's see what the impact does. Here you can see there is no orange border around the body element, because all the margin and padding default CSS has been removed. We have override our CSS properties on the browser's CSS property. So friend, this is the major role of universal selector when you want to reset all the CSS of the browser for the all HTML elements. So let's see the next selector. The next selector is attribute selector. Attribute selector is used to select elements with a specified attribute name or attribute value, and many more things we can do with attribute. So let's start with the basic attribute selector. When we select the element by the attribute, then we use some specific format to write the CSS, like element name and attribute name inside the square bracket. So let's see into the code how we can achieve this. Let's come to the HTML code. Here I am using the anchor tag. href value is https:// and google.com, and here I am giving the attribute its title, and I am giving the name it's google.com, and let's see how we can select this anchor tag by the attribute. Let's go into the CSS. First we write the element name, its anchor, then square bracket. Inside the square bracket we write the attribute name, its title, and the curly braces we write our CSS property for the element. So give the color name for this anchor tag. Its color is blue, and the font size 16 pixel. So let's see into the browser. Refresh the page. Here you can see our anchor tag is go to google.com, and the CSS has been applied on this. So let's check into the developer tool. This is our anchor tag, and on the right hand side we can see the attribute selector with all the properties we have given into the CSS. Same as we can select the elements with the attribute value. So let's see how. This time I am taking the input element and type its button, and value attribute to show some value on the browser. Now we will select this input element with the type button attribute. So let's see how we will select this. Here the first we write the element name, square bracket, then attribute name, its type, and its value is button. Our attribute name is type and its value is button. So we have given here. Now the curly braces, and we write some CSS rules for this input type, like background color, green, and the color is, give the white, font size is 16 pixel, and give some more properties for better look and feel. So I am giving the border radius, it's 7 pixel, and you can also give the border 1 pixel, solid, and also in green color. So let's see into the browser. Here you can see our button here. Let's decrease the border radius for the element. And also give the some padding. Five pixel from all the side. So let's see. Here you can see our input element with all the properties we have given by selecting the type attribute with button value. So this CSS rules will apply only on the input elements which has type attribute and its value button, not on other input elements. For example, we can see here I am also giving the one more input type, and this time I am giving the input type text and its value empty string. So let's see. Now here you can see this is also a input type element, but our CSS has not been applied on this element because we have written the CSS rules for a specific type attribute with the value button. Okay friends, so let's see some more advanced attribute selector. Here you can see some more different attribute selectors we have, like element name and the attribute and its value, but we have used some special character is caret. So what's the meaning of this selector? It will select all anchor elements with an href value leading with HTTP text. Means this selector will select all the anchor elements with the href attribute when href attribute will have the value with the starting with HTTP text. So let's see how. I'm just commenting this code and we will see we have this anchor tag with the attribute href and its value is starting with HTTP. So let's see how we will select this anchor tag. First element name, square bracket, and the attribute name is href. Now we will use the special character is caret, then equal, and our text HTTP. Now we will give some CSS property for this, like color. Here we can give the color, it's blue. Font size 20 pixel, and the display block, so it will start from the new line. Okay, before that just comment this code so we can identify the clearly our CSS has been applied on that element. So let's see into the browser. Here you can see the anchor element. When you select this element on the right hand side, you can see all the property we have given for this anchor element, which has href attribute with the value starting with the HTTP. So understand the difference. We will take another anchor element here. So just give the copy paste here, and this time I'm not giving the HTTP here. Now I will give the www.google.com, or you can change for better difference yahoo.com and yahoo.com. Also change the title. So let's see. Here you can see the difference. We have given the CSS rules for value starting with the HTTP of the href attribute, but in this anchor element the href value is not starting with the HTTP text. So this anchor tag not containing any CSS property. Same as we have some more properties. Where you can select the all anchor elements with an href containing text. Means your attribute value is containing the text word, and the next one you can select all anchor elements with an href ending with .com word. Means when href has some value but the end value is .com. And the last one, select all anchor elements whose class attribute contains the word logo. Okay, so let's see this one into the code. Here I am taking the new HTML element, its section, and give the class logo and give the text. First element name, square bracket, and the attribute name, its class, and the special character which is on the keyboard just on the left hand side of number 1 or above the tab key, and the word name is logo. Now let's see, give some color, it's brown, and give the font size, and you can also give the padding, and also give the border. Also give the some bit. So let's see into the browser. Here you can see our section element. All the CSS has been applied when this section has the attribute class with the value logo. Same as you can select other attributes with some specific values. Okay friends, I hope you have understood how to select the elements by the attribute. So we will see the next CSS selectors into the next video. So see you in next lecture.